Okay folks, week 3, and so let me just bring you through the starter. Okay, we have again another really favourite dish of mine, and it isn't a Mourne classic, it's more of a Cayenne classic. Slightly spicy, great for the summer. We have hot and sour lobster broth with shellfish, some Asian greens and some rice noodles. We have this unbelievable lobster broth. We went all the trouble of taking the guilt away for you having maybe to dispatch a lobster. We've done it for you, and we've made this great broth. Loads of Thai aromats in there. We've got some galanga, lemongrass, lime leaf. I could list a load of ingredients, but trust me, it is really, really fresh and really, really beautiful. We have a little tub of shellfish here, and the shellfish is, we've got queen scallops, we've got some lobster, we've got some prawn, and we've got some crab. We've also got in these little pots is rice noodles, greens, a little bit of fresh tomato, lime juice at the very end, and some chilies. Even though there's a good bit of kick inside the soup, the chilies, like me, I like spicy grub. The other half mightn't like it as spicy as I like it, but we have chilies that you can add as much or little as you like. And also at the very end, we're going to put in these herbs. So we have coriander already chopped up for you, and scallion. I don't think the basil is as forgiving to chop as the coriander will be, so you're just going to have to run your knife through that right before we serve it. Couldn't be easier. So first of all, get your broth, heat it up. I'm really fussy because I'm a chef, but I hate like any sauce or any soup boiling. You bring it up to the boil, take it off. It's just a pet hate of mine, I'm sorry. And then the easy part of this is as well, is your bowls, okay? Bang it into there. And then turn that into there. Same with this one, so you get your noodles in the bottom. There you go, like so. Now, what's going to happen with these? When I pour the broth in this bowl, it's going to cool the broth down because all the heat's going to get sucked in and heat up the bowl. So we're going to pop these bowls with the seafood in the oven about, I'd say, 2 minutes before you're ready to serve, just to get the chill off them. This is where the fights start automatically. He got more lobster, she got more lobster than I did. But there's plenty of greens, plenty of shellfish in there. And again, there's a massive amount of flavour inside the broth. Cut your lime into 4. We're going to put the lime at the very end. Again, it's what you want. You want it really, really fresh. You don't want it too sour. It's up to yourself. You have to control a certain amount of this, and then also run your knife through your basil. You get all the potential out of it. Soup's coming up to the boil, and have a glass of wine and introduce the wine this week. So we have this week is Holy Seal Sauvignon Blanc. It's actually on a summer's day. It's great with food. It's actually just great on its own. Absolutely cracking wine. It'll go well with both courses. It'll go especially well with the main course, and I'm actually enjoying it. Oh, that's great. The only problem is only one bottle here. So if you're going for the whole package, definitely that's my recommendation for wine of the week. So I'm going to pop these bowls in the oven, let it go for 2 minutes, and then we're ready to serve. Okay folks, bowls have been in the oven for 2 minutes. All the garnish is in there except for the scallions, coriander, and also the basil. Chilies and limes we can do to taste, and also you can get involved in that. Every palate's different. So we have our lovely broth, and I guarantee you that is, the smell of that is unreal. Give it a mix round because sometimes the broth can be thick. So pour the broth in like so. Don't pour it all into one bowl and then have to try to fish it out again. This was a really, really, really brilliant selling dish in Cayenne. We also had a hot and sour prawn or lobster sort of broth on, and the reason being is when we were in Roscoff, it had a Michelin star, and then when it sort of transited into Cayenne, it had a bib gourmand in the Michelin guides, because back in the day, a lot of Asian restaurants didn't get recognized as much as they do now in the Michelin guide. But we use all the principles and techniques of cooking really serious, like European grub. So that's like a really, really great lobster consomme or lobster stock. And then we just put all these Thai aromats in it. It's very, very simple. So to finish, these herbs, once they hit the hot broth, just come alive. And then I'm going to do one with chili because, let's face it, get a sweat on. And then our lime juice, definitely get one in there, at least one. Pop her in there. Same with this one. And then I would serve these two on the side. These in like so. And then chopsticks, if you want to eat the noodles out of the bottom. If you're lobster hot and sour broth with shellfish, Asian greens and rice noodles. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Okay folks, we're on to the main course. Let me just talk you through it. We have grilled sea bass with oven roast tomatoes, some snap peas, an absolutely amazing salsa verde, and some diced roast crispy potatoes, which we've already done all the work and slightly seasoned for you. If you like a bit more salt, stick some on. So we're all good to go. This is going to be as easy as it gets as far as we have done previously. So first things first, get our spuds, pop them in the oven, set a timer for 10 minutes, and then we'll move on to the rest of the stuff. But until that, you can just have a glass of wine and enjoy. Okay folks, our potatoes have been in the oven for 10 minutes at 180, okay? Just going to take you through the next steps. First things first, take our green veg off, put it at one end of the tray, easy enough. Carefully lift these tomatoes. These are already all been seasoned for you. And they are cooked low and slow in the oven for about 4 hours, maybe 6 hours, depending on how much action your oven's getting. So, all we do is pop those bottom of the grill. We're not trying to make them screaming hot, we're just going to take a chill off them, have them warm. Green beans out a little bit, tomatoes there. And then we're going to move on to the fish. Usual, salt and pepper. I've got a cloth or a kitchen towel and pat dry the fish, any moisture on the top of the skin. And then just season the other side. Okay, a little drizzle of oil. We're giving you, we're giving you two fillets and also a little half. I don't want you to go hungry. There's plenty of grub. Give us a little rub. So I've moved the shelf up to the top shelf of the grill. Obviously, if it's touching the element, you're in trouble. If it's gas, it may vary. So we're just going to pop it in there, and that's going to take approximately 5 minutes, maybe 4, maybe 7, but approximately 5. And we'll show you when it's cooked as well. Okay, folks, that's our fish there. You can see the beautiful color in the fish. When this little white comes through the cracks of fish, that means it's cooked. If you like it a wee bit under, I would like it a wee bit under, but more than that, but I mean, that'll keep the masses happy. So I'm gonna turn the grill off. I'm gonna move the veg I had on the bottom of the grill up to the top of the grill. And then we need to get our skates on for plating up, okay? Let our fish just rest there. So you just switch over the shells, like so. So we have some salsa verde here. Again, it's really, really great for the summer. Works absolutely amazing with fish. So, good dollop of salsa verde on there. Like so. Salsa verde in there has garlic, capers, a little bit of Dijon, lemon juice, and it has a wee tiny, tiny smidgen of anchovy in it. Don't let it put you off. And we have our veg here now as well. spoon. So, snap peas have just been blanched for you, and it's just, I mean, that's already looking like summer already. The only thing that's missing from this dish is actually a glass of Holy Snail Sauvignon Blanc. Oh my goodness, we got some there as well. And then our fish. There's enough acidity in the Salsa Verde, so we don't have to worry about squeezing lemon or doing anything else. This is just perfect on its own. And then, look at that. It's a restaurant dish in your house. It's Friday or Saturday night. And you're probably thinking, these forgot about the spuds, but I haven't. Any juices on that tray, get them on there. That is the nectar of the gods right there. Spuds couldn't be easier. So this is, in essence, fish and chips in a way. And there we have it. Grilled sea bass with salsa verde, oven roast tomatoes, some snap peas and some diced roast potatoes. And enjoy.